Something else that the NBA is losing track of is I was listening to a podcast, I don't know, a year or so ago, and it was Chuck Klosterman and somebody else. I apologize for whoever he was talking to. But I like him as a writer, and so I was listening to a podcast with him, and they were talking about sports, among other topics, in that conversation. And I can't remember what specifically they were discussing, but the takeaway from it was this line that now I can't get out of my mind. It makes total sense for everything, and it's kind of obvious when you think about it. But the line is this: a thing has to be more than a thing if it's going to stay that thing. Okay, plug in whatever you want for the thing. So for example, a burger joint has to be more than a burger joint if it's going to stay in business as a burger joint. So out here in the West, In-N-Out Burger is more than a burger joint. Yeah, it's good food and it's cheap prices, but there's a relationship to Southern California or the Southwest in general, that everyone identifies with. Everyone knows if you're going to get a burger in the southwest corner of the country, everyone should go to In-N-Out Burger because it's kind of who we are. And for a long time, McDonald's had that. That was the traditional place where families gathered to go have a cheap meal, and it was the first real fast food place and all that. Like there's a meaning behind it. Like there's a story behind it. And part of when you go to In-N-Out Burger is that not only is the food good and the prices are good, but the staff there is incredibly polite and they keep their restaurant very clean. And you look back and the workers are all hustling. Like there's a culture that I like being a part of, and why I go there more than any other burger joint is, yeah, the burgers are good and the price is right, but I also like what it represents. It's more than just a burger joint when I go there. It's an experience that I like being a part of. So the same thing happens with anything. A school has to be more than a school if it's going to stay in business as a school. A sport has to be more than a sport if it's going to remain a sport. And so in that conversation I was listening to, they were talking about it's not just 9 guys on a diamond, running around and throwing a ball. Like it has to mean more than that, so that when the ball trickles through Bill Buckner's legs, entire portions of the country go, oh no, like it's a catastrophe, when all that happened was a ball rolled down a sideline. Like it doesn't matter in the big scheme of life. Why does a ball rolling down the line matter? Well, it's because it's more than that. So you have to remember, for the people involved in these activities, that if you want to keep it as an activity that people care about, it has to mean more.